a look at this.
Up towards the back post, Luke Shaw bounces. Oh, what a save! Senne Lammens manages to get a hand to it.
Senne Lammens is exactly what the Premier League didn't want to see. You don't believe it? Then watch again. Those reflexes aren't normal. They're violent, immediate, explosive.
To thread a pass through. What a brilliant ball that is to Isak.
In one-on-one situations right now, there may not be a more composed goalkeeper in the league. He stays tall, he stays patient. He waits for the striker to crack, and they usually do. Lammens, ice cold, and he doesn't flinch. He's not just a shot stopper, he's a psychological barrier, that old school presence, that unapologetic, you're not beating me today energy. And here's the wildest part. The 6'4" Belgian arrived on deadline day for €21 million from Royal Antwerp. No spotlight, no dramatic unveiling, no superstar presentation, just quiet confidence walking into Old Trafford, a stadium that had been starving for stability between the posts. Because, let's be honest, before his arrival, big chaos, Onana and Bayindir, talent, absolutely, but consistency, completely fragile. Then, October 4th against Sunderland, his debut. He didn't shout, he didn't grandstand, he didn't perform for the cameras, he just controlled the moment. And sometimes that's louder than any personality. Now here's where casual observers get confused. The raw numbers don't scream revolution. 20 league appearances, 26 goals conceded, 4 clean sheets. On paper, it's ordinary. But football isn't lived on spreadsheets, it's decided in moments. And in moments, he dominates. Despite those surface numbers, Lammens is currently ranked as the second-best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season. And globally, Sports Illustrated now lists him as the 8th best goalkeeper in world football, ahead of Emiliano Martinez, the keeper United nearly signed instead. That's not noise, that's recognition. So the real question isn't, is he good? The real question is, how elite has he already become? And is he the missing stabilizer Manchester United have been searching for since David De Gea left? Let's talk about shot stopping, because this is where his identity is forged. This is not a random form, this is a pattern. The Premier League save percentage sits at 61.7%. That ranks 18th. Last season in Belgium, 77%. On paper, it looks like regression, but context rewrites the narrative. He's conceded 26 goals from 28.9 expected goals on target, which means he has prevented roughly 3 goals more than expected, despite facing 58 shots, a penalty, and 2 own goals. That isn't decline. That's resilience under heavier fire. The defensive line in front of him has been inconsistent. Chances conceded have been high quality, angles exposed, structure unstable. Yet when the decisive second arrives, he delivers. Take for example the 3-2 away win against Arsenal, minute 18. Zubimendi rises and heads the ball. Deflection off Casemiro. The entire stadium was wrong-footed. Everyone freezes, except Lammens. His feet adjust. His core tightens. His hands explode upward. That's not luck. That's neurological speed. That's elite processing. Then Wolves in December. The double save. The first stop. Powerful and sharp. But the rebound is where keepers are exposed. Chaos. Bodies. Most goalkeepers mentally reset for half a second. Half a second is enough to concede. Lammens doesn't reset. He recalibrates mid-air, twice. That is not reflex. That is concentration discipline, and it keeps repeating. Bournemouth, multiple point-blank denials. Tottenham, the cat-quick block on Romero's back heel. João Palhinha's driven efforts smothered. Raúl Jiménez denied low to the post.
Lovely ball in behind for Raúl Jiménez. Harry Maguire getting back. Brilliant.
The bicycle kick save against Leeds. Airborne, elastic, absurd. Brighton's dipping cross shot, clawed away. Long-range strikes against Nottingham Forest, parried with authority. He doesn't give away cheap goals. He makes difficult saves look so easy. At 193 centimetres, his frame is built for coverage. His wingspan widens margins. His athletic base supports explosive dives. But the defining feature is reaction speed. That split-second recognition. that micro-adjustment of weight distribution before the ball is even struck. That's elite goalkeeper architecture. Now positioning. This is where intelligence lives. He rarely hugs the line. Instead, he operates slightly advanced, shaving angles before the striker even realizes it. By stepping forward, he reduces visible target space. What looks like an open corner suddenly becomes unreachable. It's geometry, it's anticipation, it's calculated aggression. Of course, there's risk. When visibility is blocked, when shots come early, that advanced position compresses reaction time, but in 1 versus 1s. He resembles shades of Thibaut Courtois, prime David De Gea. He spreads, he delays, he uses his legs, he stays upright. He doesn't dive into desperation, he forces decisions, and in high-speed duels inside the box, that patience wins. Crosses tell a more complex story. Last season, he led Europe's top 10 leagues in crosses, stopped at 13.2%. Elite. But Belgium and England are different battlegrounds. In Belgium, the corridor of uncertainty was less crowded. In the Premier League, it's warfare, bodies collide, screens block vision. Contact is constant and adaptation is still ongoing. Against Arsenal recently, he punched through traffic with authority, commanded space, owned the 6-yard box. He already looks more assertive than both Bayindir and Onana did in similar situations. But corners remain a development area. 8 goals conceded from 85 corners last season, roughly 9%. For context, Emiliano Martinez conceded just 2 from 60, yet compare that to Onana's 17.2% concession rate from corners. That's a structural improvement. He isn't the finished aerial product yet, but the trajectory is upward. Now here's the modern edge, his distributions. He's comfortable on both feet. Press-resistant, composed. He doesn't fear pressure, he invites it. Under Amorim, United occasionally weaponized his long distribution. Remember Mbeumo's goal against Liverpool? It begins with Lammens' driven, precise launch. One strike. The press shattered. Transition ignited. With runners like Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Šeško stretching defences, his distribution becomes tactical ammunition and in controlled build-up. He splits centre-backs, switches play.
Only 23 years old, he's come in and there's calm at the back four. There's not this chaotic, where they don't want to pass the ball back to him. They trust him and he seems to be a very, very confident young man. And also, one more thing I like about him is he is so quick in turning the game. So when he gets the ball, he's not afraid of kicking the ball up the other end or throwing the ball out, starting counter-attack very quickly. I don't think he's paying too much attention to how the results of the goals that he conceded. I think he's living a dream, and every day he comes in and he wants to learn and he wants to improve.
He doesn't just clear danger, he initiates phases. But perhaps his biggest contribution isn't tactical, it's emotional. Since his arrival, United look calmer, and calm is contagious. Onana lost 9 of his first 21 matches in all competitions, but Lammens, just 3 defeats in his first 21. Premier League comparison. 2 losses in 20 versus 8 in Onana's first 20. That's not marginal, that's structural stabilization. And he's done it under 3 head coaches, Ruben Amorim, Darren Fletcher and Michael Carrick. No long-term tactical shelter, no continuity advantage, just adaptability. He makes fewer high-profile errors. He communicates clearly, he commands space, he radiates security. This is what Manchester United thought they were signing when they replaced David De Gea in 2023. A modern goalkeeper who blends presence, personality and performance. And if this curve continues, then Senne Lammens isn't just a good signing, he's the foundation, the quiet guardian who restored order, the calm in the chaos, and maybe, just maybe, the Premier League's newest defensive nightmare.